So Marchwiel site is owned by David Walsh, who's the Mona fella. They are changing this whole area from production farming into a conservation space. So they're very keen to revegetate and to conserve the natural values of this place. Eucalyptus viminalis is a really important widespread species across Tasmania, but also on mainland Australia as well. We had a hot event in 2013 where there was, I think it was about 10 days or so over 29 degrees in March, which is actually really quite hot. And then we saw the trees develop what we now call ginger syndrome. So the tree actually gets damaged by the heat. It can't transpire fast enough, and so the cells get damaged, and then they ooze out this keno, we call it, which is like a red substance, and the whole tree goes ginger and then just keels over. There's individuals in like quite healthy forests that have been succumbing to this ginger syndrome, and it's slowly moving across Tasmania. So we're starting to see it further south now as well. So we're really concerned that we, one, conserve this species, but also look at ways that we can find genetic material that will survive at the sites that we're revegetating now, but also into the future, into a changing climate.
Eucalyptus morrisbyi is one of the rarest eucalypts in Australia. It's found in only 2 populations near Hobart. One population is at Risdon Hill, and that one hasn't been reproductive in years. There hasn't been any seed collected at that site in a long time. The other population at Calvert's Hill was until recently a really healthy population. But then in 2012 we noticed a rapid decline in that population, and now it's at a point where there's only 5 individual adult trees left surviving, none of which are producing seed. We think that it's insect and possum browsing that has occurred on trees that were stressed by climate change. We began thinking that it would be a good idea to start moving off-site as a safeguard, so that we had a seed source off-site and also planted in a place that climate modelling predicts will be more appropriate under future climate scenarios. We've obtained seed from the seed bank at the Botanic Gardens from both provenances of Eucalyptus morrisbyi. They were propagated out of the nursery, the Conservation Volunteers nursery, and they're being planted out here today, both populations. So we can monitor those populations into the future and see which one does best under climate change.